Okay guys, just want to do a quick video. There seemed to be some debate about this, so I just wanted to share with you what I discovered. Bought a Trophy Ridge React Pro sight for my bow at the end of last hunting season in early 2016. It's now August 2016, getting geared up for the upcoming archery season, which opens here in Maryland September 9th this year. So the debate was whether or not the React Pro has the third axis adjustment, and one of the arguments was that they actually consider the second axis the third axis and that it didn't have a third axis adjustment. That seemed pretty crazy to me, considering that this sight is retailed at $250. So after doing a little bit of research, I figured out that it does in fact have a third axis adjustment, and I'm going to show you where it's at and how it works. So as you can see here, I have a little torpedo level that I've rubber banded to my riser to get true level on your bow, so you can set the second axis before the third. Now to set the second axis, basically you stand your bow upright. Okay, I'm filming this myself, so bear with me here. So you set your bow upright and you line this bubble up right like that, and then once you have that level, you adjust that bubble on your sight to match that bubble. And to do that, the second axis, you go around this side, and if you see these two silver screws right here, I believe they're a 9/64 Allen wrench. You just loosen those up and you can set your second axis. That keeps the pins straight up and down. Let me go around this side. Straight up and down. Okay, it's a little hard to see with a level in the way, but basically if your second axis is off, your pins, I'm going to exaggerate here, but your pins will be like this. And so especially on this sight where you set your 20 and then you set one more pin and all the pins are automatically gapped, the farther back you go, the more off your shot will be to the left or right, depending on which way your second axis is off. Okay, so after you get your second axis set, you leave the level where it's at, and there's a lot of fancy ways to do this, different tools and things you can buy, but if you use a little common sense and a little redneck ingenuity, you can do it yourself at your house. So your third axis has to do with when you're shooting angle shots uphill or downhill. So what I did was set my bow in the kitchen chair like this, rest it on the table to get about a 45-degree angle. So again, what you're going to do is you're going to make sure that the bubble on the riser level, torpedo level, is on. Now mine is on now because I've already adjusted it. However, when I first did this, or before I did it rather, the bubble was off plumb by about that much, so the bubbles didn't match. So to adjust the third axis on this sight, come around the other side, underneath there is a little screw right here. Nope, I apologize, wrong screw. It's up a little bit higher. Right underneath the two screws for the second axis, that would be here, is this one right here. You loosen that screw up a little bit, and then the whole head of the sight will pivot. And you have to figure out which way it goes, left or right. And then once you get it, again, even up with the torpedo level that should be level also. So now your second and third axis is set on your sight. Now, many people agree, and I also agree, that in order for your third axis to be completely set, you should draw your bow and have someone else check the level again. So what you would do is, again, leave this torpedo level on the bow, on the riser, flat up against the riser. Draw your bow and then go down at a 45-degree angle like it's sitting now, but you would be at full draw, and have a friend or somebody make sure that the bubbles still coincide. The reason for that is when you draw a bow, no matter how good you are, there is some torque that you're inputting into the handle from holding the bow. So you have to compensate for your torque, which is why you need to draw the bow while you're setting your third axis and finalizing. So, hope this helps anybody that might have any questions. This is my first YouTube video, so hope it wasn't too bad. If you got any comments, feel free to leave them. Thanks a lot, guys. Happy hunting.